my creative friends, I'm Heather North from heatherscreativeblessings.com. This week is Father's Day. It's also my dad's birthday week, so I need some masculine cards. I grabbed the High Tide stamp set from Stampin' Up along with Dapper Denim and Night of Navy. Then I also have a pigment ink here. It's called Paper White from Fresh Ink. And some cardstock. I'm going to make 3 cards, so I went ahead and cut some crumb cake pieces to 3 3/4 inches by 5 inches, and I'm going to do my stamping on that crumb cake. I grabbed one of the lighthouses. These are layering stamps, I think, and this is my first time playing with it, so bear with me. It's not going to be perfect, but I'm going to show you a few different ways you can use it. I first inked up this image in that pigment ink. It's kind of like a chalk ink. Stampin' Up has got a white ink as well, but my ink pad's dried up. So use whatever you want, and I wanted it to be kind of like a highlight. So I'm going to stamp the white and then stamp blue over it. Now anytime I use a pigment ink, I like to wipe it off first with a baby wipe, just to get that, it's almost like a paint really, and so I want to get that off before I put it onto whatever scrubber or thing I'm using to clean the rest of my stamps, because it will transfer. And here I tried just stamping directly over it. This is Dapper Denim, and I'm going to go to the left and up just a little bit before I stamp. You can play with the placement of this. I'm not sure I really liked this, but you know, it turned out great. So whatever you do will work. And what I noticed when I went to ink it again is that the stamp had picked up some of that pigment. It wasn't dry. So my advice is to make sure that that pigment ink is nice and dry. What I'm going to do from here on out is I'm going to stamp all of my white images, and then I'll come back and stamp my blue, and that seemed to give it enough time. The next image I'm going to pull out here is the sand that goes around the base of the lighthouse, and I'm going to ink it up again in that white ink, and I'm going to line it up with the white lighthouse, not the blue. When I'm stamping with the white, I'm lining it up with the white, and when I'm stamping with the blue, I stamp it lined up with the blue. And what that does is it does give it that highlight, so that you don't want them right on top of each other. You'll just get a lighter shade of blue. I really wanted the white to kind of stand out. Then I grabbed the waves, and I'm going to line it up with the beach. And I'm also going to line it just on top of the beach, so it looks like the water goes further. And you know, looking at it, I should have probably done some of those waves on the other side of the lighthouse. But I didn't, and it still works. Oh, that's the great thing about card making and giving it to the ones that you love, your family. They're going to love it, right? I mean, it still looks good, I hope. I'm going to stamp the birds up in the air. I just love that collection of birds, that flock of birds. And then I'm going to grab the second lighthouse image, and I'm going to stamp it over the first, again in that Dapper Denim. And this just adds detail and shading. I did it, like I said, in Dapper Denim, and then I came back in and added Night of Navy for an even darker look. I wasn't sure how it would turn out. I really liked it, so I did them all with the Night of Navy. Once again, I'm going to grab the sand image and the Dapper Denim, and I'm lining it up with the base of the lighthouse. You can see I missed, and it would be okay, but I didn't want that, so I just stamped it again, and I've got an even darker sand base. That works too. I'm going to continue on with the rest of the images in this collection, stamping the blue just slightly off from the white. I'm going to finish each of these cards slightly different. For one of them, I took the circle, the sun. You could also put that behind the lighthouse as a glowing light. For this one, I'm using the ray that comes with it, making the light shine out from the lighthouse. You can also use this on the lighthouse itself. I was like, this looks like the right shape. And guess what? It is. So I'm going to be playing around with this stamp set more in the future. You're going to see more cards from me. For this one, I'm going to finish it off with one of the sentiments that's included in the stamp set. The sentiments are great for the lighthouse. I just love them. And I decided to stamp it in Night of Navy, so this is the darker of the two inks, and I stamped it twice. I held my breath and hoped that it would work out, but if it didn't, I had a plan B. So now to finish this particular card off, I've got some designer series paper that's retired, but I just did each of the layers 1/4 of an inch bigger, or maybe it was only 1/8 of an inch bigger, and I'm layering them up, Dapper Denim and the DSP, and then on a standard card base. And then I'll show you the other 3 cards that I made, and you can see close-ups over on my blog if you want. The sentiment on this one says, "Let hope be your lighthouse, beckoning you through stormy seas." I've got some friends going through a hard time, and I plan on sending this to one of them. And then here's a look at the other 3 cards. A happy birthday for my dad, happy Father's Day for my father-in-law. Just a great set. I hope that you guys enjoyed my card today. If you did, or cards, give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you'd like to see more from me. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!